Guys, a while back, a few years ago, there was the infamous GameStop It's Ma'am incident that happened quite some time ago. If you guys don't remember, I guess a customer that was transgendered was getting misgendered by a employee as sir, and they were like, it's ma'am, and they fucking essentially assaulted and vandalized the property and things of that nature. Well, we have a new trending topic. This happened a couple days ago, actually, in the UK. I'm not entirely sure of the city. Southampton, Hampshire in the UK. So there's a transgender barista in this video that you're about to see at a Starbucks location. After this happened, that you're about to watch, they have been fired. This was caught on video. It was escalating a heated argument, basically, between the female customer and the barista. And at the end, I guess they allegedly threw hands with the man who is recording with their cell phone. So this is something that happens quite often. The people that are the tolerant people end up being intolerant, whether somebody's openly disrespecting them and misgendering them or accidentally doing it. There's some people who they're not doing it on purpose, and it doesn't cause a right for you to be violent towards people. Words aren't hurtful to people. Words may hurt your emotions and stuff, but there is no such thing as having the right to assault somebody just because their words hurt your fifis or because they misgender you. So we're going to take a look at this clip. This happened quite a few days ago, but I was out at SoCal Gaming Expo. I wanted to touch on this real quick so you could see from this account, Starbucks trans violent employee seen in this clip from April 30th in Southampton has been sacked. Starbucks told me we do not tolerate this kind of behavior. We're very sorry for the experience this customer had. Now, pardon the audio on this. It might be a little loud. Who knows? But let's watch it. So this is the barista, the transgender barista, and this is the lady that misgendered them, and it caused them to come around the corner, get in this poor woman's face, and cause this commotion, right in the middle of public, open business hours. No shame.
You do not know me. You're being trans.
I love the British accent, by the way.
Transphobic, Karen. Do not call me transphobic.
Do not call me transphobic. I love the voice.
Ever.
Oh, the clapping.
I want a refund.
You're not having one, dude.
Please then.
Hi, get out.
Absolutely.
You are trespassing now.
They've got cameras.
So saying you're trespassing because the barista said get out.
You are trespassing.
We've
Get
got
out.
cameras.
Get out. You are trespassing.
Apparently,
That's a tiny ass Starbucks, by the way.
woman said something transphobic.
You actually.
Oh, here we go. Barista's coming to the recorder. That is assault there. And first and foremost, if that barista or anybody did that to me, I would 110% show them the fucking smoke. I don't care if they identify as a woman or not.
You want something? Give me the phone. You want something? Give me the phone. Let go of me. Give me the phone. I've got plenty of
They're scuffling over the phone.
I said, let go of me. Give me the phone.
They are still scuffling, and I guess the lady in the background is still yelling at the rest of the Starbucks employees. But yeah, this individual has been fired, and just for shits and giggles, let's take a look at the comments, because I love to read comments. Police investigating assault. I mean, look at the size of him. That woman probably just instinctively misgendered him. That's his problem, not hers. Maybe Starbucks UK can confirm whether or not the staff member in question has been investigated and whether they were terminated or severely reprimanded. If a man wants to pretend he's a woman, that's his choice. But if a man wants me to pretend that he's a woman, that's my choice. Well done for the lady for standing up for herself. But would the employee have tried to harass and bully a gent in broad daylight like that? I doubt it. Hope that person's learned something about customer service. Respect is a basic need for workers. This was outrageous behavior. So definitely a example of actions having consequences when it comes to the situation. So this again reminded me a lot of that incident a while back with the GameStop It's Ma'am, where they just became increasingly violent. Like, it's almost like this mental instability that some of these people have when it comes to misgendering. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to sound, I guess, inconsiderate, but if the biggest fucking thing that could set you off and make you triggered to the point where you're becoming violent is being misgendered, then you have far more first world problems in your fucking life than I fucking would ever think anybody would have. I'm just being completely honest. So yeah, I guess a police investigation has happened due to this video. This employee got fired. Now, this supposedly was late last month, and the clip went viral. And the whole, the woman yelling, "Don't call me transphobic. You don't know me." The barista stepped in front of the counter and got, I guess, toe-to-toe with the customer, saying that they are Karen, that they disrespected him by calling him a man, telling them to get out. If you guys don't know, Karen's a social media slur towards white women who basically go out trying to start fights with people, like, "Let me speak to your manager." It's honestly became an insult that has no backing at all, because people like to call other people Karens just for having a complaint. If you're being served disrespectfully somewhere, well, let's say I go to Chili's, my waiter sucks, and let's say I'm with a female, whether it's my mother or a girl that I took for dinner, just because they're complaining doesn't make them a Karen. I think that's a cop-out. So, again, as you saw by this, the Starbucks employee orders the Karen out to leave, and then they see the person, and they, I guess, swat the phone out of the hands, try to get the phone out of it, whatever. Things like this, I feel, kind of give a bad picture. And this is why people tend to have a, I guess, tainted perspective of the LGBTQ, because, again, they claim to be tolerant, but they're really not. And they set off. Like, could you imagine if it was flipped the other way around? Could you imagine if it was flipped the other way around? Let's say the transgender was the customer and the white lady, the Karen, was the employee, and it was still misgendered. Like, let's say the employee misgendered the trans customer, and the customer started a fight, an altercation over that. The transgender person would be praised, and the employee would get fired, or at least the LGBT community would call for the employee to get fired if they were the ones misgendering. That's how backwards it is, honestly. And that's why I like to call this shit out. So I just want to give my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you on the next one.